Hello, welcome back. Last time I chewed through a delicious routing puzzle in Belly of the Beast. That was several levels ago. What's this called? World Abyss. World Abyss. And I think I have a plan for what to do here. One part of it is a little iffy. 1.5 parts of it. Several parts of it are untested. But let's just see if I remember what the route is. I'm not going to review? No, I'm just going to do it, because I think I know what I'm doing. I do want to test one thing, though. Let's see. It's not very easy to test. I'm wondering if I can put my feet on that on the way down, then go left-right in time to get back on it. Just to get these two blocks a little closer to each other in time. I suspect that's unnecessary. Trickiest thing about this route is that fall. Am I right? There is one unused crystal here. Oh, I waited where I shouldn't have. Right, and what was... Hold on, I've actually forgotten what I do there. I do a reverse hyper, spring there, reverse hyper again, grab the spring, go up. Okay. Use the spring to get here. Reverse hyper, wall bounce, that's as far as I've gotten before the wall bounce. I haven't pulled that off yet. Reverse hyper, go up into the spring, do a... Ultra or something? Hope the camera cooperates now that I've hit both the touch switches. Wall bounce here, spring bounce on that thing. Everything will be well synchronized reliably except for these two together. So that's, and of course those are the latest ones to, in the whole route to figure out. Maybe that's okay. Anyway, alright, so, hep. Just, yeah, that's gonna be the deadliest part. And also nailing that up dash. I don't know why that's so hard to me, I just always do it too late. It just sneaks up on me in a way that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, it shouldn't be able to sneak. It doesn't even move, it just sits there. Whoops. Whoa. I can just dash from here, actually. It's less comfortable than jumping, though. I know better where I am if I'm jumping. This fall here is like just in the border between reasonable and unreasonable, which makes me question whether it's actually what I'm trying to do or not. Okay. Do that, and I guess, let's see, how can I think about this differently to improve it? Man! I'm always... Okay, so just aim farther left then. Try to touch the left side of that touch switch, and apparently that will cause me to touch the center of it. Alright, aiming for the left side, and yeah, both of those, I was aiming for the left, I hit dead center, I'm always late. I'll figure out a movement pattern that's more friendly to that, eventually. I haven't yet. Could I use one of those unused dashes that I have? I don't think so, that won't help me. It comes too late to... Well, also, I don't want to dash in there. I want to move slowly. Because that's not a... There isn't a dash trajectory in there. I don't know, I think that's designed just... Well, no, what is that designed for? Like, that gap. I have to get in there. It's open in... It's open on both ends. Okay, this is a whole lot harder just the very beginning of this than I was predicting. I'm gonna try going the other way. No, but that's... None of those are designed to work. That brown switch is just ridiculously well protected. Here's a weird idea. I don't think this could possibly be right, but... No, there's no way I go down and then back up and then do my business. No, it has to be this order. It's just, I'm not pulling that off, like, at all. Okay, there we go. I did it. I just messed up afterwards. All the particles. Big, white, noisy smoke. Making it hard for me to see where I am. I suppose I could improve things a little bit with a crouch dash there instead of a regular one, just in case my head's too high, which it has been the last 2 times. This is just really hard for me to nail. There we go. And then I need to remember what I'm doing afterwards. Also hard to do. Maybe I'd be better off practicing the earlier parts another... Wait, yeah, you know what? I need some practice on this. So let's just pretend that Dream Block has started moving. Oops, don't do another dash there. Do it here. Okay, yeah, so I definitely need some practice on this. Alright, fair. Let's work on that part of the thing. Here we go, I wall bounced. I need to reverse wave dash again quickly, and yeah, that thing is moving away from me quickly. I gotta be ready. This camera, it does funny things. They make sense when I'm following the route. Okay, getting used to those motions. Great, great, the camera behaved. Wow, I did not catch that thing. Even if I had wall bounced, I probably would have. Though I do wonder if I'm doing this part too slowly. That's a slightly weird wall bounce to line up. Oops. Yeah, okay, so given my success rate on the things that precede this, I'm glad that I can skip it and practice this part, because I clearly need that very badly. I need to nail that's like a wall bounce, it's just that the bounce happens automatically. Oh, I was to left, I guess. Whoops! There we go, but then I need to be ready to ultra. Okay, be ready to ultra. Whoa. Yeah. Alright, yeah, so there's like several things I need to work on here execution-wise. So yeah, then I can just have a very different day today, now that I have a route. Just gotta make it actually work. Might have to adjust it if parts of it just refuse to ever work. But until then, I'm gonna be working on this. Ah, gotta ultra. Huh, that wasn't an ultra. That still wasn't faster. Ah. How? Why am I unable to ultra there? Am I really just too slow, or is that not, am I doing the wrong move somehow? I guess the spring doesn't exactly give me a whole lot of momentum for an ultra. Maybe I do just want to land and do a... or just do a regular wave dash? I did touch this wall once. Yeah, I think I'm just going too slow for an ultra, like, unless I'm just not interrupting the springboard quickly enough. Oh, so that reminds me, there's a dash cooldown, so... how quickly can I dash after a spring? Right around where those spikes are. Okay, so... acknowledge the dash cooldown. Yeah, by that time my speed has reduced to just normal dash speed, so no ultra will take place. That means that's a wave dash. Okay. If no ultra takes place, isn't that a problem for later in my route? Like, that's what happens if I try to ultra. I just miss. And yeah, I didn't have much speed there, so yeah, just it's a wave dash. Well, how do I avoid that? Maybe it's a left dash, and then get on the ground and extended hyper. Okay, let's try for that then. Or maybe my timing is the problem here. Well, that put me on the ground, so a down left dash, land, then do an extended hyper. Maybe? No, left dash, then land, then extended hyper. Okay, left dash. Get used to left dash. Wow. No, that was not. I tried to left dash, but I failed. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so that was most of it, just wall bounce later. And by the way, the camera does cooperate. No matter what the state of the touch switches is, when I'm on this route, it knows what I'm trying to do. I did not make it there in time. Okay, so I might have a timing issue here. Concerning. And see, I went too fast there. Yeah, yep. Okay, so one thing that tells me, though, is that I absolutely cannot activate the, this thing on my way down. Dash left, dash right, and... no it doesn't. I still think that's true, but that's not what tells me that. Okay. But that's concern for later. Oops. Okay, I'm getting used to these motions. I still have not managed to actually hit that spring on this thing. That's what I want to do. Won't be satisfied until I've done that at least once. I need to wall bounce later. Got it. Well, no. I'm starting to question whether an extended hyper is the right move there, or if I want to keep my feet on the ground a little longer there. Problem is, if I do that, then this platform is leaving. Like, I haven't caught it in time yet. How did that not reverse? It's a mystery. Whoops. Yeah, so... I have a lot of timing problems. I'm finally getting used to these motions. But yeah, I'm just not high enough. Maybe I need to wait? Maybe I should try some sort of bunny hop or something? Okay, let's see if I can pull off one of those. So that means changing my left dash back into a down left. Getting on the ground, hopping. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and at least pull that off once. It's hard. That's not a lot of space for it. I have to be way on the right edge. Oh, and immediately... I don't think I'm gonna have the coordination for that. Super actually wasn't too bad. That put me way higher. It took longer, but okay, so maybe a super instead of a... Well, instead of a wave dash? Yes, I can do that. My feet go on the ground. Yeah, I'm not even doing a wave dash, it's an extended hyper. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to insert a super there. That one I think I can actually do instead of a bunny. Oh, it takes too long though. I think I just gotta make the hyper work. Maybe from farther left? I'm still not farther left. It's just not gonna happen that way. Never high enough. Okay, I deliberately walked left for a bit. I think that was within margin of error. So if I just tighten up the timing on these two a little bit, or somewhere else, I totally could have hit that one spring on the way up. Now, again, my plan for an ultra here is no good. It's gonna have to be a bunny hop. Okay, I can do that. That'll give me most of the benefit of an ultra. Yeah, you know, a bunny hop kind of is just an ultra, almost. Yeah, it's like a grounded ultra, sort of, except that's something else. Okay, so I think, if that's telling me I need to bunny hop on this from left to right, then that once again makes me think the solution might be to do that from right to left. However, the situation's different. Up here, no, I don't have a dash coming down. It's the same situation. So maybe both times I need to land on the extreme edge of it and start a bunny move. That's just kind of hard to do. I'd like to pull it off at least once here just to see if it can work in that situation. That wasn't a bunny hop, nope. So that's still my instincts. Yeah, I did actually make it there with a hyper. Well, could that have been good enough then? Maybe, I don't know. That was actually closer than my previous attempt, but again, I think a bunny hop will get me to that wall bounce a little bit faster, and that's where I close the margin of error. Maybe? Those wall bounces are incredibly hard to line up. There's something about it being on upward moving blocks that just makes it extra hard for my eyes to see where I'm going. Like, both of the moves that are killing me the most here are this one and this one. Wow. Can't convince myself. There, I did it. Yeah, that works. I feel like I would have been very late, though. That was already way up here. Also, that's farther left than I expected. So there was no way I was getting under that spiky thing. Wait, I need to be quicker with what part of this? I don't know, a lot of parts of this just don't seem to be working the way I need them to. And again, this is skipping a lot of things at the beginning that won't be able to be skipped eventually. I guess I can switch to practicing that some more and see if I'm any better at it now? It's just this killer right here. Well, now that I know a little bit what I'm doing downstream, I want to at least put the parts that I can do of the two chains together at least once. Yeah, I want to. Oh, okay, almost, kinda. Yeah, just that swerve in the air while falling, that is amazingly hard to do. Like, I don't even know what to change here. It's just the second part of the curve is just too tight for falling. Is this not made to work? There's no way it's a down right and then a left dash, right? Is there any way that could possibly line up? It won't go far enough left at the end of the thing, right? Well, okay. I insist on actually attempting that to get the answer to that. I'm not convinced. Since if I'm interrupting the down right early enough, but letting the left go... And that would use the whole crystal. Maybe that makes sense? Ah, and I can start it from... I think I'm convinced. That fixes my greatest point of inconsistency. There are many others that are quite great, but that is the largest. Well, fixes. Gives me a potential workaround for. Whew, if I can manage to do something with that workaround. Okay, so now my only goal is just to hit this white touch switch spot number 2 at least once. I don't know, is that... Okay, I did it. Okay, I did it. So now, let's stretch to another goal. Tie the 2 halves of the chain together. What I understand of it. This is still not getting done today, by the way. That's very clear. I am not even close to having a working solution. I might have something like a route that could work, but there are a lot more downstream problems than I anticipated there would be. Like, why are my fingers just unable to follow these directives? They don't seem that complicated. Like, I should be able to do these things. Maybe my fingers aren't the problem. Maybe something else is. Maybe... I still feel like just no matter what I do, this brown thing in there, there is no good way to get that. There are only several bad ways. I don't even know if I have the least bad way, but all ways are terrible. That thing is just unbelievably protected in there. Yeah, okay, pulling off the dash, that's no easier than just pulling off the fall, is it? I've done it once. It was... but... See, the problem is I have leftward acceleration that has to be counteracted. So maybe I'm just not steering right early enough. Because I'm never hitting the, like, center-right spike. Okay. Let's get a lot closer to that one, then. I did hit it, then I got back, but I didn't quite make it back. I need to be ready to climb there, just in case that's what's going on. That might be salvageable, I don't know. Okay, I think I figured something out. Here we go. Alright, 2 halves of the chain are meeting. Partially. Okay, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Yo, here we go. 2 halves of the... I got distracted by the brown thing flying away, which I am not used to happening there, because that's not how I've been doing it. But okay, that's actually a record. Neat. Whoops. Hup, 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 hup. Whoops! Here we go. Okay. Been like 5 minutes since I have been... Ah! Dang it! Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's a record. Oops. Good. Ah, too high. I'm getting used to that, little by little. Okay, okay, okay. Well, that's definitely a record. I didn't do what I... And now I'm used to restarting there if I get that far. I'm getting there, maybe. Let's review what I would do if theoretically... Well, I know what I do after this. So I dash up left a nice spring. I dash down right to interrupt the spring, get under those spikes, and the right edge of that is... Whoa. Where the waterfall is? And if I have to nail a bunny hop on that... Okay. Let's do a different type of practice. See if I can manage this. It'll destroy my sense of timing. A lot of yum-yums will happen because I don't know how to dash slow enough to... Wow, yeah, even at slow speed... Yeah, half speed reveals how ridiculous that is, sort of, but yeah, this is... I should do this practice more often. It's very useful for me. Drrr. Ah, dang. I didn't wait long enough for my... Oops. Every time! I'm used to restarting that way. Yep, I ate my own dash because I was still dashing up. It didn't taste so great. I don't see what all the rage is about. Okay. Drrr. Whoa, that was so early. Right, okay, so I have to... every time! Every time! That association has been made. Yeah, this is actually... That swerve looks very possible in half speed. It's just full speed where it's... every time! Yeah, okay. I needed this. This is how I will understand the room. Want to play the entire rest of the level like this? That's a way I could get it done. I mean, I might be more serious with that suggestion than you might think. What if I did the entire rest of the lobby like this? I would get to experience the level design without the, without being required to do things I'm not reflexively capable of doing. I would miss out on the practice that would improve my reflexes, however... Maybe I'm satisfied with the amount of that I've gotten from this compilation by now. But yeah, like, I think, in actual seriousness, playing the compilation this way, whoa, could be okay. Could be a totally valid way to do the last little bit of this. I might crank it up to like 0.6 or 0.7 or something. But alright, I proved that that route is 100% viable, right up to here. Nothing in there had to be tweaked other than just... I had to time things better. But yeah, just like... acknowledging that... I don't even know if it's an age thing, but, you know... In the current state of my corporeal being, I do not have the reflexes that this compilation asks of me. There are lots of other ways I could handle this. I could slowly ramp this up over time. I'm thinking that's how I will handle that Mosaic Garden screen if I ever come back to it again. I'll do it at slow speed, then increase that by 10%, then do it at that speed, increase that by 10%, until it becomes reasonable to do it at full speed. Maybe. That's a thought. And yeah, but the inter-timings between things... I didn't start that at a great time, but maybe it'll still be viable. Now I'll never know. And you know, clearly this doesn't make the thing free. It just moves all the timing windows farther apart. And yeah, I think that's not as joking a suggestion as I was talking like it was. Like, this could seriously be the way to do the last little bit of this if I just want to experience the level design without being required to do things I can't do. I want to get to the wall again. Do I, or do I want to go back to full speed? Okay, so here's a query. If I reset this... Now everything feels really fast. Oh right, and another idea. I don't think I've ever done this, have I? I mean, that's... okay, let's not go farther than I need to. Like this, I could practice things like this to build up my reflexes. Theoretically. Like maybe doing an old level in, I don't know, Advanced or Expert or something on 1.1 could be an activity of interest to me. It's a thought I've had. I think it is interesting to think about. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day doing this at normal speed. I just want to see if I can get a little bit further at half. Didn't I consider this idea already? Like back in Polaris or something. Like I had the idea of just putting the whole game on half speed and leaving it there. I don't remember which level it was, but there was a level that made me consider doing this. So yeah, not an entirely new idea. This, right now, today, is messing with my senses of timing because I calibrated for full speed, and I don't know how long I have to wait for, you know, my dash to come back during a wave dash, stuff like that. But that's pretty quick to relearn. Yeah, nailing that reverse, still hard even at half speed. Okay, so this is something for me personally to ponder. How would I feel about doing the rest of the compilation on half speed? And I mean, that could just be added to the bucket of stuff that currently contains Mosaic Garden, Fake Strawberry, and if you want to think about this beyond just the option of woe. Yeah. The option of woe. Yes. Something shattered. Who shattered? So I was definitely not as right. What I want to do here is not a climb and then a dash. I want to do a... I don't ever want to climb on that wall. That's a wall bounce. I think? Probably? That doesn't go too far out, does it? Then timing those things, like this timing looks like a super huge horrible nightmare at full speed, given the... Wait, no, that's impossible. I'm doing the wrong thing. It's up into the spring, up right into that spring. Okay. That's more doable. Because yeah, the length of dash eating, like that springboard will still be chomping on my dash button. At the time I would want to dash up into that one. That wasn't the reason that I missed it, that was my reflexes. But I would have missed it if I tried to dash that quickly. So something was in the process of shattering while I was doing that, because, right, yes, it was the one I sprang on here, because I was way too slow with dealing with this wall. Okay. So right, dash into the thing, ring the touch switch, spring off of it, go up here, climb onto that, and that's the point at which you find out if your dream block timing was any good. Or if that's already flown away. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna give this some serious thought. Like, I am not actually sure I will turn this back to 1. I might leave it this way. Because this might be a good compromise for just things that are above my skill level. Just, this is my lever that I can pull to bring this down to my skill level. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I'll change my mind. I mean, I have not made up my mind. There are many ways I could make up my mind. Anyway, next time I'll work at this some more.